All right. Everyone able to hear me? I'm actually using a new mic right now. Well, it's not new. I've had it for a while, but because of the whole feedback in the my headset mic, I just had to use this one, so hopefully no echo. Uh it's a cheap mic I found on Amazon, but it's good quality, it gets the job done. I forget what it's called, but it's from F Deuce. You're making me question myself, Cynic. All right. So let me just reopen Discord real quick so I can recap the queue. Um, let's see. All right. So our queue for today is quite stacked. It's the biggest it's ever been. And it's a shame that this is going to be the last feedback stream for a while because haha, school go burr. Um, so let's see. We so we got the fallen queue in this order. So we're starting with Zytra, then Memory, then Tenixity, then Novasai, then Boom, then Initiate, then Irie, and then finishing up with Cynic. All right. So let me just see if we are good to go. Alrighty. So let me just get to my master track. And also one thing, Initiate. I'm only gonna be able to do one of yours today. So I have these three here. I have BE, Distinguished, and Clueless. Which one do you want me to really give feedback to? Um, Awkward silence. All right, got my answer right there. All right, so we condensed it down a little bit. Alrighty, opening up my interface real quick. Just checking no mic input on each of them. Alright, resetting my measurements real quick. Alright, so first up, we have Zytra with ID 2. Me too, ID. Me too. Alright. Yeah, that was freaking curse. So anyway, let's get on started with some Zytra. Oh shit, we got some slow. I heard it was slow tear out. I'm hyped to see what this is. Alright, so already I have a bit of feedback as a tear out make as someone who is a tear out main basically. If you asked me what my Genshin main was, I would reply with tear out. Because why the hell not? So, let me just open the chat real quick. It's docked in my OBS right now. So yeah, I would say I agree with Irie. The kick is pretty nice. But a few things I do have is I would really like some more background elements in the drops, to be honest. because with the uh um just the guns and the percussion, it sounds rather empty, and I like my tarot to be really really full. Um, like if you've heard some of my IDs, my recent IDs that I've played in in my virtual festivals, you'll notice that I have quite a bit of background. Well, it's not really quite a bit of when it's literally just minatory noise. I would definitely maybe add a little bit of quiet noise or something. Maybe add some background Foley or something. Um, Other than that, it sounds pretty good so far. Just that's the only thing I really had is that it could be a lot more full. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue. And I want to temporarily exit so I can view follows playhead. There we go. Okay, now this has the background that I needed. I would go a little bit more, but this is what I needed right there. This is what I needed. Add that to the first drop, please. Hey, it's about time, Navasai. It's about freaking time. I'm just kidding. Alright, this section where it's like 8 bars straight of just 16th notes definitely would add a little bit of variation if you don't want to change the pattern. Maybe add a little pitch bending or frequency shifting on these to add a little bit of so it doesn't absolutely bore the listener to death. Also, what I noticed during your drops, your sub is only peaking at around here. I'd say like around -6, where this -6 area is. You do want to boost that a little. I mean, it's tarot. It usually has a very thick sub. So usually when I'm doing it, I usually try to get over here to the -3 area. Some people can even go 0. I mean, the first submission I ever received which was from Forez, he managed to get it all the way to 0. So just beef up that sub a bit, but it might cause a little mixing issues. So, because the sub could potentially just distort the entire mix if it's too much. So just a little something to keep in mind. So there was some frequency shifting, but I'd add some like maybe fills in here, glitches and stuff. But then again, you only have 24 hours and you still didn't finish it for all nighter. And I gotta say, the standard that Form and like Silkwood and those people who do the 24-hour track challenge, their standards are extremely high. Like I don't think I could even meet it. But then again, I just make tear out, literally. That's it. Okay, so considering that the next like this whole section here where let me just try to mark it or something. Come on. No, not that much, but this much. You could easily trim that off. That part of the outro is unnecessary in my opinion, and it's just kind of it's extra, I will say. So yeah, pretty much what I said I did during the tune. The loudness is good. It's it's pretty much right in that good area where it's loud but not so loud that it's gonna pierce eardrums literally and break them and be louder than the Krakatoa eruption in 1883, which for some reason is what dubstep producers these days want to go for. But other than that, that's it. Let me just check the chat. Yeah, Initiates got some uh Initiates got some good feedback as well. Um I mean, a lot of people say that just putting an EQ on the master to boost the sub is a sin. But I have a confession to make. I used to do that and it works. So, um yeah. Yeah, I see. Looking through all the messages here. Yours is like you said. Yours is like -6. Yeah, it could be a little louder. You want to be in the -5, -3 range ideally, but that's still good. Maybe just clip it a little more, but not so much. Yes, OTT on the master. Uh, Personally, what I do, when I just use a template and it already has my master chain on there. So yeah, that I always start off with my master, pretty much, because what it does is it kind of like glues the mix together as well. Because I'm not that great at mixing, to be honest, with my own tracks. But yeah, yeah, 3.1. That you're in the loud. You're fighting the loudness war, and it's a war that I personally see no point in. All right. Anyway, we got to get back to that feedback. So also, before I go, Novice Eye getting swole arc. Uh, yes. Um, anyway, we have next up. Memory, are you here? Let's see. I think he's here, but yep, Memory's in here. If you're okay, good. I got a response from you. Good. So we have Memory with Funmaker. This sounds like it's gonna be quite fun, so I'm all in for it. Let's reset the measurements here real quick. Oop. And yep, it's soloed. We're good to go. Here we go. I'm gonna need to check the chat on my phone because whenever I try to open the chat on my OBS, it's like, it closes the window because the plugins are like docked within Bitwig. So I'm gonna open Twitch on my phone. Almond break, my beloved. Oh, one more thing I do want to mention. Shout out Memory for playing at a big festival over in Michigan. Very proud of you, man. You're gonna go into the big league soon. So, I don't know if you're gonna be able to. Let me just mute my phone real quick. I don't know if the set's gonna be available elsewhere other than just at the live venue. If you have a video, please send it. I'd love to hear it. I'm gonna delete this track. Yeah, you're welcome, Zytra! This build-up feels way too long. I would cut it in half, personally. Come on, play. Oh! Okay, hear me out. Using those like very like monstrous like detune bases, someone just grab Jurassic Park and replace all the dinosaur wars with that. That would be funny, I think. Yeah, snare is a little bit buried, and also the sub is only going at -6. I would boost that as well. But other than that, this sounds real good. It sounds pretty good so far, I will say. Just need to boost that sub. Okay, right here, what I'm noticing with that sub is that there's this harmonic here that's actually... Hold on, not there. I don't want to restart the song. Come on, scroll, work with me. My computer's a potato. Right there. I wish I could pause it, but you can see that there's this harmonic right here that's overpowering the main sub. Right there. This is your sub, and this is that additional harmonic right there. You wanna maybe turn down the distortion on your sub a little bit, or like low pass it a little. Okay, whoa. Rewind selector! Ignore my voice crack. Yeah, when it comes in like that, it hits like a truck, but at the same time, I wish there was a build-up before then. Because it just goes from super calm, and then all of a sudden, it just sucker punches you in the face. Okay, so aside from those fixes where you definitely need to boost the snare, I think personally the sidechain needs to be a bit bigger, especially considering it's Terra. Those have typically have like very long sidechains. Like not too long, but I think what I usually do is like hold on. I'm gonna exit this out, create a new I'm gonna create an effects track real quick. So I have my sidechain rack right here, where I kind of glued mixed together. What I have here in Bitwig, I'm sure I don't know if you use Bitwig, but what I do is I create a little curve like this. Where in total the duration is about 200 to 250 milliseconds. So, um, yeah. Yeah, don't really boost the snare, but you definitely need more sidechain on there, I'd say. Um, yeah, and you don't want to muddy the mix too much, which is a mistake I make a lot, to be honest. I really muddy the mix a lot of times when I'm adding like the Minatory noise in the background. So, alright. Let me check the chat again. I want to see if Tenexi's in here. No, I don't think so. Yeah, you could use a transient shaper, maybe clip it a little. Yeah. Okay, so, Zytra, this is an opportunity for a tutorial for me, so let me just create an instrument track real quick. Let me grab my Minatory noise preset. They call this black noise. Apparently. Don't ask me why, but, let me just open this. So, you asked if it's, like, layered. Yes and no, basically. So what I have, so it's basically, white noise, though I added a little bit of, damping to it, so it's not white noise, but at the same time, it's not pink noise. So it's like more pink noise than white noise. But what I have here as well is a notch filter to really create that like guttural sound. And I also have, and with it, I have a sublayer which gets distorted together. So what it sounds like is cover your ears. I also did a little bit of processing, a little chorus, saturator, phase distortion, overdrive, and another notch filter. You can even double substitute the notch filter with a phaser, I guess. So, this is what it sounds like. Oh. Okay, I gotta solve this. So yeah, that's basically what it is. Sound design lessons with Dark Mage. Hopefully I can make some videos to compensate for the lack of feedback streams during the year. But, yeah. Alrighty, so that was Memory with FunMaker. Let me check the chat once more. Initiate, that wasn't even spam, dude. That was helpful. So, yeah, well, welcome home, Navasai. Feeling swole yet? Alright. Soon I got a commission song for Navasai where his arms are like the size of literal tanks. I'm just kidding. Alright, so I know Tenexity asked me to save the VOD or download it, and I'm probably going to post it to YouTube. Unfortunately, I no longer have access to the old ones. So this is the only one going to my YouTube. So this is Tenexity with I Was Crazy Once. Honestly, Tenexity, same. So let's open this up. Perhaps. Alright. Here we go. I Was Crazy Once. Right off the bat, we're getting a very stereo sub. So you need to fix that for sure. So what I do, instead of just using a soft clipper, I have a soft clip. aside from my mastering chain, I just broke myself right now. Help. So I have this mastering chain where it kind of glues the mix together and fixes the stereo image. And then I put a soft clipper. But after that, what I do, I'm just going to open myself Pro Q3 real quick. Thanks for the follow, Green Hollow. Unfortunately, submissions are closed, and it's going to be closed for a while. So, yeah. So Pro Q3, what I do is, so what I do is, instead of having your normal EQ, because the only way you can really get that is either a bass mono thing right after the soft clipper, or what I do is turn on linear phase mode, which basically manually lowers the amplitude of the frequencies it covers. And then from there, what I do, low cut, brick wall, which is basically a completely flat filter, and I usually put it around 80 hertz. The sub range ends at 60, but I like to give it a little more room to make sure it's mono. So yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Yeah, so you can use a linear phase EQ. I mean, it works for me personally. Oh, and I forgot to mention side mode. Only put it on the side channel, because if you put it on the stereo, it's just gonna get rid of your sub. And don't put it on the mid channel, because that's where your sub needs to be. So just cut the sides, really. Anyway, that's it. And then after that, I unfortunately, soft clipper lovers, you have to do this afterwards, because otherwise you're just gonna basically undo what you did with the linear phase EQ, if you just put another soft clipper. So you do have to use a limiter, because these will the difference between a soft clipper and a limiter, basically. Limiter manually adjusts the dynamics, like the raw volume, while the soft clipper, it's a distortion mode. So it's adding harmonics, and it's probably going to add unwanted harmonics as well. So even though even if you have a fundamental at like higher than the sub range, you're still going to get harmonics lower than that, because keep in mind, it is a distortion mode. So anyway, just how you can fix it. Some people make stereo sub work, but if you want your stuff played out live, I know you got a fall from Sisto, so big ups to you. Just make sure you fix that if you want to play it live, because I definitely could see people playing your stuff out live. Honestly, Irie, I have to agree, they look a little weird. I used to use Logic, and I like Logic's UI just so much better. Soundboy! Soundboy! Oh! That fill was nasty. Oh man. As well as Beats, thank you for the follow. I really like the little lead you have here. It reminds me of like the good old like when electronic music was first starting to develop, like with disco and stuff. Kind of reminds me of that. honestly, I have to disagree. If you like his style, it can sound full by sounding empty, and that's really his style. So, and I dig it.
Crazy, but I'm responsibility to the next.
What's this little loud portion at the end, I wonder?
We hope you've enjoyed this journey through sounds.
I honestly did a little ending vocal right there. I enjoyed this. I really enjoyed it. Only thing I would do, is definitely fix that stereo sub. Because it could cause phasing issues when played live. Also, on the note of sub, I would boost it a little. Usually I try to aim for -3 my subs, just somewhere around this area right here. -3 to, I think that's somewhere at -3 to like this midpoint area, which is like 4.5. It could be boosted a little bit. Loudness could also be boosted a tiny bit. Take the loudness as you will, because this is fairly good, I'd say. But yeah, that was really good. Yeah, when you're going for like more melodic stuff, sub doesn't really matter that much, I'd say. You still want to have sub so you fill the frequency spectrum, but for color base, it's not as important. Whereas like this stuff like this, which kind of like reminds me of QK, where you definitely want that big sub, and then there's Terra where you want that very big sub. All right, so that was Tenexti with "I Was Crazy Once." Novasar, are you still in the chat? Please give me an answer. Please. Alright, good. Because you're up next, my friend. Shout out Navasai, he's been killing it lately. Yeah. And I haven't listened to your NV8 tune yet, but I'm sure it. But considering you put your vocals into it for the first time, I really want to hear it. So, remind me after the stream to listen to it. All right, so this is Navasai and Dinosaw with ID. Yeah, that's it. Let me just reset measurements real quick and get started.
Seems clear from a distance, seeing all the things you've neglected. The sense of space is off. You're wondering if you're lost. You've forgotten what you're missing, but the thing that kept restricting is the reason you're here right now. You decide to let it out.
So you mentioned that the vocals are placeholder from Disfing. I would honestly keep them and add Disfing as a feature for sure. I really dig the vocals. But But I would kind of, part of me wants to add like a little Daft Punk effect where it's like vocoded or something, but that's just me. Ah, hold on. So there we go. Let's start here.
Decide to let it out.
Yep, I can't read that name, but thanks for the follow. And Just Zale, thank you so much.
Let go of hindrances. I'll show you how we deal with traitors. Come and get some of this. Come at me. Let's finish this.
Oh! All I will say is, you for gore. You for gore. This last part, because all it is just a beat. I don't know if that was intentional, but you need something to, like, transition out of that drop. Also, your sub, is all over the place in the stereo field, so I definitely want you to clean it up. Like I said, you could use that linear phase EQ thing. Because if I'm not mistaken, from what I remember when we were working on our collab, which I'm gonna work on later, as soon as this thing's over, and after I listen to your ANV8 track, you definitely fix the sub. If I'm not mistaken, like so Dinosaur holds the project file. I don't know what's on their master chain. If it's just a limiter, then you definitely need like a bass mono thing, linear phase EQ or bass mono thing. So, all right. Also, it could be a bit louder, but it's color bass. But I'd still make it a little louder. Probably hit right around the -5 LUFS range. Okay. So, well, you can find out. It's called asking a question. I'm just kidding. But still, I would definitely find out. Yeah. On iRate, I actually do the same. Like you can see this 4.0 here. That's the golden spot for me. So yeah, I would. In that case, I'd take back what I said. I'd go for -4. I hope you have like a loudness meter. Yeah, because I know Helium loudness meter is free. It's available pretty much on, and it's usable on pretty much every DAW, including Pro Tools. So, but I know you use FL, so it should work. So yeah, that's really all I have. This is great Novicide, just little things to clean up here and there, but other than that, yeah. Or if you have the money like me, you can get Decibel by Process Audio, which is the plugin I use here for the feedback streams. It's basically a customizable monitoring interface. So this is what I have set up for my feedback streams, and then I also have a preset for my master, which is, well, the same thing pretty much. So, Yeah. Yes, I got the bread. Alright, so with that out of the way, let's get to our next one. We have Boom with Clocks and Pixels. Alright. Oh yeah, I have mini meters too. Mini meters is pretty good, and it's very cheap too. But yeah. So here we go. Will my mind explode? Will it go boom? I don't know. Only one way to find out, and that's by opening up my frickin' monitoring interface real quick. And then resetting measurements, and then here we go. Clocks and Pixels by Boom. Oh wait, it's on some mode. Hold on. Mid-side. Yeah, this intro is beautiful. Holy crap. You add something in here, like a glitch fill or something. I don't know, but do something here rather than just empty space. That sound design, oh my god. I am just in love with this, man. This is definitely my favorite thing from you so far, and I haven't even listened to the rest of the song, so that's something. Also, there's the little dip at like 15 kilohertz because I had to download it through the thing because I was about to start the stream when you get enabled download, so apologies for that. Oh, these chords! We'll see about that, Boom. Oop, where's this gone? Yeah, that snare just does not work here. Just keep the clap, honestly. I'm not gonna kill you over a snare, but the clap was good as it is. You could have just kept that. And you know, for an idea-wise, a Jersey switch-up would be real nice. Novice, if you're still here, I hope you heard that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that would it's still really nice. Okay, I will say as the drop develops, I'm starting to like the snare more, but the way it came in, it didn't resonate with me at the beginning, but it's starting to grow on me. Hello, Win the producer. Yeah, my only... this is definitely my favorite thing from you, Boom. This is easily by a freaking mile. Only thing I would say is just make it louder. You're at minus 8.3. You want to maybe get it like at that minus 5, minus 4 range. Your sub's good. Good. It has a little bit of stereo, but it's good enough. I will say this is a blessing. Thank you for this. I will say. All right. Next up, we have Initiate. Oh no. I'm right. I swear to God, if this is good, I'm quitting the stream. And of course, stream out. It centered the link. Bro, you did not have to do that to me, Automod or bot. You can find the link below the stream, okay? It's not gonna be... It's just a few more clicks, but yeah. I need to fix that for sure. Well, that just happened! Alright. Next up, we have Initiate with Clueless. Yeah. I don't think I'm ready for this. But I gotta do it anyway for the feedback. Alright, here we go. You said this wasn't a serious tune, god damn it! If this is not serious, then bruh! Yes, I realize that! and it's kind of funny that for some reason the little plucky bass, oh boy, auto mod, shut up. Let my friend Zytra be, please. Shut up, Automod. Anyway, as I was saying, those like little funky bass, they remind, why do they remind me of Lumpasketty? Like it sounds like that one, I think it's the My Swag Greater Than Ronald McDonald bass. It sounds similar to that, but it works! Automod, yes. That's it. How do I turn Automod off? I gotta fix that, but, yeah, Automod can shut. Alright, yeah, no words, no feedback. All I have to say is, fuck you. Alright, next up we have Irie with, Fractured. Drop 1 and 2, it's just drops so far, from what I heard, so... Zero creativity today? Nah, that's me every day, zero creativity, bruh. All I do is tear out. I mean, I have been getting better with my ideas, but still. Anyway, I digress. Let's get into it. Maybe. Yeah, when submissions have been closed at, like, they closed like an hour and a half ago. Because I need time to download the songs, otherwise my computer's gonna fry itself on stream. So, unfortunately, yeah, that's the case. Ooh, this flow! Okay, this is pretty good. I don't really have feedback. Thanks, Win, for the follow. And also, unfortunately, this is going to be the last feedback stream for some time because haha, school. Anyway, Irie, these drops are really good. Just make it a little louder because your integrated is at -6.5. You said you wanted it at 4, so -4, so. But this thing packs a punch, I will say. I like it for that. And the flows are good, so I don't really have anything to say other than that. So let's move on to our final submission for some time. We have a Justin Thing and Cynic collab here to finish us off for the last feedback stream in a while. Hello, Era 5. What's up? So here we go. Justin Thing and Cynic. That kick right there is way too overblown. It's like so distorted where I could hear like the beating of the kick. That sub is thick! I like a little build up into this glitch thing or whatever. Maybe like a reverse reverb or something. Yeah, this sub is very thick, but at the same time, it's ruining the mix down a little because it's sounding hella clipped. Also, hold on. Are these Escovy drums by any chance? Because they sound like a lot like Escovy's. Ooh! I like this part. Oh man. Okay, so first and foremost, sub is way too stereo. It's all over the place again. I know this is very whip, but yeah, yeah, definitely need to fix the sub. Needs a lot of mixing work because your sub is way, especially in that first drop, it's way too big. Either you need to bring up the other elements, or you need to turn down the sub. What I usually do is I usually grab a compressor, put it, and route all the non-drum stuff, except the vocals to it. And then from there, what I do is pretty much create a mix down in the sidechain bus, like the one you saw earlier, where I start with like a compressor. Let me just see the exact settings on it. So effects track. Yeah, so I send all my non-drum tracks, with the exception of vocals, to this FX track. Mix bus and sidechain. What I have here is a very specific compressor. It's a bus compressor it's one of the super expensive solid state Logic plugins. I got it when it was like 90% off. So this is what I have. Like, threshold is pretty much at 0. I don't have any makeup game. Very short attack, auto release time. Around 4 to 1 for the ratio. And then from there, all my sidechain and shit and stuff. So yeah, I would try that out. But other than that, I like the idea, especially that last drop. Yeah, you can pretty much use like whatever stock compressor you have. Like I used to do with just Bitwig stock compressor, basically. I had like a moderate release time and a very short attack. So yeah, that's pretty much what I have. And definitely tone down that kick because it's way too distorted. But other than that, I dig the idea. So yeah. Well, we're gonna be at the end. Yeah, Maximus is pretty good, I'd say, for a limiter. I'd say that's pretty good. Yeah. I will try to, at some point, I'm going to return these feedback streams, just, it's probably going to be here and there where I have off. I need to finalize my schedule still, because I'm still waiting on this one class that I have in my wait list. But I will keep you updated as to whether I can continue these. But yeah, if I can't continue these, I will still try to make some content. But other than that, yeah, that is pretty much it. So, for those of you who have been with me this whole summer for the feedback streams, thank you so much for joining this. Glad I got to do a little something for you. And thanks to those who joined in today as well. But yeah, other than that, I will see you all for hopefully in like a video. Hopefully I can do a stream soon. So other than that, see y'all.